What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the My Odds.
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
This is my special wife, Fiona.
And this is my magical husband, Ayize. You're magically delicious. All right, y'all. Welcome to Ask the Ma'ats. Who are we? We are the Ma'ats. What do? We give you our opinions. We give you our advice. We answer your questions. And we always strive to keep it 100%
Real.
real. All right, y'all. We had a question come in from a college student, so we're going to get right to it. This young man says, I try to talk to girls, but they never seem interested. I like to draw and I like to study to create my own business. I study martial arts. Most of the girls at my college already have a boyfriend. I've never been on drugs and I've never done anything wrong with the law. Why ain't they interested in me?
That's an easy question to answer. Study to be an employee versus an employer. Go out there and do some drugs. Wear your pants low. Turn your hat to the back. Throw some F-bombs out there. Use the N-word. And then you'll probably have some women on you.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just playing when I say all of that. Just disregard all of that. I'm just playing when I say that. Really and truthfully, I asked myself that same question when I was in college because I noticed that a lot of the women. Yeah. Not that I was looking for them to be on me, but I just noticed.
Because you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, you. I noticed that a lot of the women will gravitate towards the guys who got in trouble, who were loud, who were boisterous. And that thing just seemed to be attractive. So one of the questions that I want to ask my wife right now is, what's so appealing about that? Why do the good guys finish last?
I've been matured so much since those days, I don't quite recall. I just think that it's human nature. I mean, personally, you think about just anything from, something don't taste good, it's nasty. You always say, oh, it's nasty, taste it. Oh, it stinks, smell it. This, I mean, that's real basic right there, right? But, oh, did you see what happened? It was so horrible on TV. Turn to the channel and look at it. Did you find out, what he did? He, smacked her and then he this, that. Oh, for real? You got it on tape? Let me see that. We as human beings tend to be drawn to drama. We tend to be drawn to things that are, entertaining and just kind of, And so a lot of times, good, solid, common sense can be boring.
Oh, yeah?
Right, it can be boring.
Okay.
So I think I have the cure for that.
What's the cure?
Number one, pay attention to your image. If you don't pay attention to your clothes that much, if your breath is kind of hot, I don't know. I mean, these may be some things that you're not paying attention to that other folks are paying attention to. So you got to have some of those basic hygiene and, keeping yourself fresh. You got to have some of that stuff together. You got to figure out what your swagger factor is. What is your swagger factor? What is your it factor? Everybody needs to know what it is for themselves. We're not in any way saying you need to have all the latest fashions and brands and all of that. We're not saying that. But you need to stay current, my brother. Stay current.
That's that swagger factor.
That's a part of that swagger factor. I know my husband knows what his swagger factor is. I've kind of grown into it. But I know that, when I get dressed up and I have a certain walk and, my head is held high, and then let me start talking. I know how to articulate. I use my intellect and I use my, I'm doing it. That's my swagger factor. That's how I do. My husband, his swagger factor is to lean, just relax, lay back. I don't have to speak much, but when I speak, people listen. Real cool and calm and collected. You understand? So that's always been who he is. So this is not something that we've, tried to design.
Can you stop playing with your hair?
But we have, it's kind of loose. It's kind of getting out, Normally I have it like this. Today it's just kind of unruly. I'm sorry, we're getting off topic. But your swagger factor is not something you design. It's something that you recognize within yourself. And then when you recognize it, you figure out, hey, this is me. Ultimately, we know that at the end of the day, it's about what we have on the inside that really counts. But if the outside of the package ain't looking too attractive,
he's probably physically fit, though. I mean, he's a martial artist, so.
I don't know. You can be physically fit, but be a Bama. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's relative.
Everybody ain't from D.C.
Everybody ain't from D.C., right? But do y'all know what a Bama is? Somebody comment, let us know, do you know what a Bama is? I remember I went to school, and they were like, yeah, I'm a Bama, because the dude was from Alabama. He was like, I'm a Bama, yeah. I was like, okay.
All right, point number 2, you want to pay attention to your intellect. You want to make sure you're not just focused on what it is that you're interested in, but you want to ascertain what it is that the other person is interested in so that you can make sure that you're invested in them just as you want them to be invested in you. I mean, I like the fact and I respect the fact that you are trying to build your own business, you study martial arts. Those are all things that are worthy of praise. So I applaud you on those things. But make sure that when you're doing you, I mean, you're really doing you. And you're doing you in such a way where if you're looking to be in a relationship with somebody, I mean, those things that you're interested in, present them in such a way where they might possibly be appealing to you. So just because you're invested doesn't mean that the next person is going to be invested. If you want her to like what it is that you like, make sure you present it to her on a platter that she might be willing to pick from. Because if it's not that case, then more than likely she'll run versus run to you.
And then last but not least, do you have insight? Do you have insight into what's going on inside of your mind and your heart when you approach a woman? Are you nervous and does your very essence exude anxiety? You got to pay attention to your nonverbals and your verbal and what kind of messages those things send. Are you fidgety? Are you shifting from foot to foot? What are you doing? And you might have to practice. You might have to practice, how to go and approach somebody and, come with that cool, calm, collected, a presentation or some other presentation, like you just full of life and, what's up, what's going on, whatever it is that's going to be connected to your genuine self. You want to pay attention to your image, to your intellect, and to making sure you are always looking to gain insight about where you are, where you really want to be, and how you need to get there. And along the way, never ever forget, young brother, stop playing and start pushing.